Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Rangers. We're about to go to Rugby Park to take on Killie. We're sitting actually second in the league at the moment. If we take a look at the league, Dundee United are top, point above us. Obviously we have 2 games in hand over them though, so it shouldn't be a problem to overtake them again. Celtic, 3 points behind. We still have a game in hand. They will play tomorrow at Parkhead against Falkirk. Hopefully Bednarczyk can do some damage to them. He was actually in second place. If we take a look at the Player of the Month award here, Haksabanovic was actually Player of the Month, then it was Bednarczyk, and then it was Jordan Houston, so actually 3 Rangers boys. If we take a look down at the League 1 Player of the Month, Jordan Ross, who's on loan from Ayr, was the Player of the Month, but 2 and 3, Adam Muirhead and Gordon Payton, both on loan from us. Gordon Payton, if we take a little look, is developing quite nicely. He's a decent young goalkeeper. And Adam Muirhead as a central midfielder is developing really well. Lots of stats going up there. He is 18 now though, and he does really need to get a move on his development if he's ever going to make it. However, it'll be games like this that they're hoping to play in eventually. 8 wins, 2 draws and no losses are record against Killie. So looking at the squad just now, if we scroll down here, do we want to put any of these boys in? Maybe I'd like to play Tim Gallagher a bit more, but I just think we have to go with a full strength team still. We're away, you know. So we'll just have a little scan of the team. I think we probably want to bring O'Halloran back in for Houston, as well as Houston is doing at the moment. O'Halloran's still the main man. So that would leave the team looking like this. Fulton, Byram, Fernandez, Wallace, Borthwick Jackson, Barjonas, Cataldi, O'Halloran, Henderson, Afif and Odson Edward. What we will do though, young Andy Gilmore comes off the bench. Fabio Cardoso can come back onto the bench. He's not quite ready to play the full game. Do we actually have him in the fitness report here? Fitness test Cardoso. Yeah, you can get 75 minutes. So we want to be giving him some game time. Ditto with Morelos, just to make sure they get their fitness levels back. But for now, full strength team against Killie here at Rugby Park. It's a very negative 4-2-3-1 from Killie here. How is young Ryan Caddis? Whoa, he is bloody fast. Look at that. 19 acceleration, 16 pace. That is ludicrous. Crossing 11, dribbling 9. He looks a decent young player, you know. We'll need to keep an eye on his development. Passionately, I expect nothing but a win. Ian Fulton seems motivated by that, which is nice. 100th league appearance for Michael O'Halloran today. Good for him. Hope he can mark the occasion with a goal. Okay, quick piece of action here. Ian Fulton to kick long. Going right up towards Odson Edward. Now it's actually towards Henderson. It's headed away, but Barjonas picks it up. Moves it quickly. Here we go. Henderson, let's get the ball rolling quickly. Afif picks it up now. Barjonas, Henderson, Cataldi out wide left. There's Afif. Henderson, it's created a lot of space out for Borthwick Jackson, but Henderson reverse pass to O'Halloran on his 100th game. It's blocked. Oh, and then it's just cleared before Akram Afif could pounce there. I thought he was going to tap in the rebound, but Kilmarnock survived the early threat. For now. Lovely commanding header, Murray Wallace. Barjonas, Cataldi, Henderson. Oh, flick to Barjonas. How good is this team to watch now? Barjonas finds O'Halloran now. It's whipped in. Edward, centre of the goal. It's too easy for the keeper. A big target man who's getting a free head on the centre of the goal there. I expect him to score. But 10 minutes gone, all Rangers. It looks like a matter of time before we break them down. Although in saying that, they seem to have settled. Let's just push the boys forward here, see if we can get a bit of pressure on Killie before we get to half time. They've really settled down actually after that early torrent of chances that we had there. No, it looks like they're going to make it to half time. That is shocking. We've completely went off the boil there. I was not expecting to come in at half time and have to go through them like this, but that was not good. We just let them basically defend. We just let them get away with a poor start. I don't know what to do now. Do we bring... We'll go Haksabanovic for Afif. Afif hasn't been particularly poor, but given that Haksabanovic is the player of the month, I'm going to give him a chance to come on. He's in good form, obviously. Let's see if he can show why he's the player of the month. Henderson looking a little tired. Maybe we'll bring on McGinn and move Barjonas forward. But let's see if we can't score before that. As Barjonas dumps it in, Murray Wallace rises, nods it down. Cataldi's volley, too hot to handle for the keeper. and it is 1-0. Let's do that. Let's bring on John McGinn for Henderson. Well, let's try John McGinn as an attacking midfielder. Let's see what happens if we do that. It was a hell of a volley from Cataldi there, right through the keeper. And Kelly are finally broken. They did a good job to hold it in the first half. Obviously rallied when they were under the cosh early on, but we've done exactly what I would expect us to do. We've kept going, we've created something, and we've taken a chance. Although in saying that, still only a 1-goal game. Young Cadiz here into Fidalgo, plays it forward to Fisher. Somebody take it. Fisher shoots. It's just over the bar. No, don't get creative. Damn it! I meant to click concentrate there. See if somebody tries some ridiculous long-range pass now and gives the ball away because I've told them to be creative with it. Well, here's McGinn as we search for the second anyway. It's dumped in. Fernandez down. O'Halloran volleys into the roof of the net. There you go. Marks his 100th appearance with a goal. And that should truly wrap up the win, as it says down the bottom there. 2-0 away at Rugby Park. A comfortable victory today. You know, they did well defensively holding out against us, but we've looked like the more likely team from the off. They've created absolutely nothing of their own. They had a kind of half chance there a moment ago, but we were always firmly in control. Sadly losing Cataldi to injury now, potential foot injury. Hopefully it's a bruised ankle or something and it's not a metatarsal issue or something like that. Fidalgo over the top. There's Alex Fisher with a bit of a chance. Right, pressure on him. Nope, Fernandez. What are you doing stopping? It's a good save by Ian Fulton in the end, but he shouldn't have had to make that save. There was enough defenders back there to get in his way, but good save Ian Fulton nonetheless. Cissé to whip in their corner. Let's head that away, please. Fernandez gets it away this time. McKenzie, just defend your lines. Ugh, easy. Miles wide by Rory McKenzie. Let's just see this out now, please, boys. Let's go contain. Tighten up and just get me my clean sheet. And let's get the hell out of this dump. McKenzie. Over the bar, no, into the wall. Hamilton beat Aberdeen with a 90th minute goal. Nice. McKenzie scoops it in high. Head away Borthwick Jackson. Of course, tonight in real life, Rangers at Ibrox against Aberdeen as Fidalgo flicks it for McKenzie, goes back the way, and it's way over the bar. Yeah, but Aberdeen going to Ibrox tonight, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in that one, actually. Obviously, if you're watching this at some point in the future, then the night that this was recorded, Aberdeen were at Ibrox. Rangers game obviously against Fraserburgh being postponed, and Aberdeen with a hell of a performance against high flying St Mirren, so I'll be interested to see how the form comes into it in that one in real life. I'll have my eye on that, you can be sure. Ayr United with a 3-2 win over Hibs. Good for Ayr. I did say when we played them I did not expect them to be, you know, cut adrift at the bottom. They're actually 5 points clear of the bottom, 4 points clear even of that playoff place after beating Hibs, so good for them. 4 to 5 weeks sadly for Cataldi. I mean, given that we have this good squad now, you just, you know, you take him out and you plug in McGinn, so hopefully we don't lose too much. Dominic Lydon with a 9.0 down there at Peterhead, so good for him. Robin McCrory doing okay as Partick beat Morton, ditto Marco Milanese. 100th league appearance for O'Halloran. Obviously scored his goal, good boy. Danny Finlayson, ditto with Milanese, but he was obviously on the Morton side. Ross McCrory plays okay as Ross County, draw with Dunfermline. Fopala plays poorly as Livy go down 3-0 to St Mirren. Ryan Hardy plays excellently, scores 2 goals and assists the other as St Mirren beat Livingston 3-0. Good performance from Adam Muirhead, obviously the runner-up in League One's Player of the Month. He gets a 7.2 there. Alawas Payton, of course, 3rd place in Player of the Month. Still gets a 7 despite the fact he was beaten in a game that ended 1-0 Stenhousemuir. Let's just see the stats here. Yeah, 2 shots on target. And I was wondering, just because it says shots faced 2, I was wondering if that means on target or just in total, but that only means on target. Dappo Mabudi, bang average as Hamilton beat Aberdeen. David Bates plays okay as Ayr United beat Hibs. So let's just round out the weekend's action. Of course, Celtic hosting Falkirk. Old Firm game to come. We've got 2 week gap for everybody to rest. Then we've got the Old Firm game. So we're going to have a wee look at how Celtic get on here against Falkirk. Hopefully Falkirk can hurt them. 3-1 to Celtic. Pretty standard result. And now Celtic obviously hosting us next time out at Parkhead. I'd like to get the training for this one. I'd like to make sure they train defensive positioning so we're good and solid for that game. What do we want to do? I think we want to train defensively as well in our general training on the lead up to that. I don't usually mess around with the training too much, but I want to see if we can go to Celtic and be solid at the back. Of course, last time we played them, we got absolutely hammered at Ibrox. Didn't matter because we were... Was it at Ibrox or was it at Parkhead? I think it might have been Parkhead. Let's see. It was Parkhead, yeah. 4-3. We ended up losing last time at Parkhead. It was 6-3 or something like that when they came to Ibrox before and beat us, if I remember right. So we do tend to leak goals against them, so that's the reason for changing that training up a little bit. Try and get us a bit more defensively solid, because they can obviously rip you to pieces. And if they do manage to beat us, that'll be us even on 19 points. We will obviously still have the game in hand, which looks, just a wee glance at the table down there at the bottom here, Aberdeen, the only other team on 7 down there. So it looks like Aberdeen will be that game in hand. No guarantee of a victory, obviously, from the game in hand. But Celtic, yeah, they can go level with us by beating us at Parkhead. So we need to make sure we go to Parkhead, at least put in a performance. We want to stand up to them. It's kind of the same as like when you play as Man United or City or Chelsea or whoever. You want to go away to the other team and just play the same way you normally do. You know, as Man United, you don't want to go to Man City and have to play on the counter or something. You want to go and just try and play the way you normally do. So we're going to treat Celtic exactly the same now. We're on par with them now. We go to these smaller teams in the league and just swat them aside just the same as Celtic do, or just the same as Celtic should do. They haven't been doing it as much recently under Paul Lambert, but I consider us pretty much on par with Celtic now. So if we can go there and put in a good performance, okay, it sets us up really nicely in the league. Of course, if we go there and we get beat and Celtic draw level, title race is right back on. Which, to be honest, I kind of expect to happen. I expect the title race to be right back on. Thankfully, though, if we look at the way this is, if we're playing them away first, we'll then play them at Ibrox, we'll then play them at Parkhead, and we'll have them at Ibrox after the league split. So the business end of the season, if we're needing any points, we have them at Ibrox at the end of the season. So that's something at least. And look at that game just creeping into view there on the old calendar up at the top. It's Borussia Dortmund in Germany. So that's a hell of a fixture to begin into after the Old Firm game at Parkhead. Borussia Dortmund in Germany. But that's what we wanted, isn't it? That, you know, the days of these kind of fixtures is exactly what we wanted. That's going to be a tough game. And if we don't manage to get something against Dortmund, I think we'll probably finish that episode 4th in the Champions League. We're actually 2nd in that Champions League group right now because we beat AC Milan, and then obviously we had the loss 4-0 to Real Madrid. Which, just to touch on a little bit, I think we did play a little too negative if we kind of break the fourth wall and recognise this as a game, you know what I mean? I could have gamed it probably a little bit better and went a bit more aggressive, but playing it in a kind of role-playing fashion, if you will, you know, what would I do if I was actually the Rangers manager? I think I probably set up correctly, but the game mechanics, I think, just screw you a little bit. And then obviously going to do it to 10 men, we were absolutely screwed. There's no way we were going to get anything with 10 men. Ryan Hardy out for 3 months, great. Scotland under 20s, Danny Finlayson only gets a 6.7 despite keeping a clean sheet against Italy under 20s. I find that one a little bit weird. Jordan Houston earns his first Scotland cap. Scotland boss Bert van Marwijk, the 68-year-old Dutchman, former Saudi Arabia, Hamburg and Holland manager, and Feyenoord and Dortmund, my god, and Feyenoord again. So he's managed quite a lot of teams, this guy. He was the guy who actually took Holland to the World Cup final against Spain. Won the Dutch Cup with Feyenoord, UEFA Super Cup runner-up after winning the UEFA Cup with Feyenoord. So he's done okay in his managerial career, so he's a Scotland manager. Interesting. And obviously bringing Jordan Houston to a Scotland cap. Now valued at 6.5 million, young Jordan Houston. Excuse me. So, Tim Gallagher out 5 to 6 weeks after signing his new contract. Great. Right, come on, I'm ready for this. Let's get into Old Firm time. Lambert looking to avoid nerves. Fine. Dundee hosting St Johnstone. Battle at the bottom. A wee draw there. Help keep Ayr safe. I want Ayr to stay up. I don't know why I want Ayr to stay up. I just do. Hey, it is a wee draw as well. But it's time. Saturday the 17th of October 2020. Rangers go to Celtic Park. 5 victories, a draw and 9 defeats are record against Celtic, so they do have the superior record. They're missing Marcelo with damaged cruciate ligaments. Ouch, how long is he out for? 5 to 7 months still. I don't think he'll get back into the Celtic team now. We're obviously missing Danilo Cataldi with a twisted ankle. So both teams got most of their players. McGinn plugs right in there for the injured Cataldi, which will bring Ryan Jack onto the bench. Other than that, not much to do. I'm going to play Morelos up front. I'm going to go with Fabio Cardoso ahead of Ivanildo Fernandez. Although, fitness test wise, he's not even mentioned, so that's fine. Afif is not going to start because his condition there at 76%, so Haksabanovic can come in. And I think that will be the team. So, we're looking at Fulton, Byram, Cardoso, Wallace, Borthwick Jackson, Barjonas, McGinn, O'Halloran, Henderson, Haksabanovic and Alfredo Morelos. That's the team going to Parkhead, trying to assert our authority as champions. Still looks like a good team we're up against, mind. Playing a 4-2-3-1 the same. Pat, the goalkeeper, Linus, Vitor, Liam Lindsay, who's actually looking a decent player. Not great, mind you, but a decent player there. Viergever and Dong, who scored a couple against us at Ibrox before. Yuri Tielemans, obviously a cracking player at this level. Griffiths wide right, which is interesting. Armstrong Sinclair and Artur Sobiek, who actually has 7 goals in what I actually don't know where that number's coming from. 7 goals. Anyway, but he has 10 goals and 11 starts. Okay, the Europa League he has 6 goals and 7, but he has 4 goals and 4 in the Premiership, despite being what I would consider a bang average player. Frankly, I'd be playing Norbert Ballo ahead of him. But that's what we're up against today. Passionately show what you can do and keep a run going. Ian Fulton and Michael O'Halloran motivated and Haksabanovic happy. So here we go, Derby Day. What do we tell them? I'm just going to encourage them, just as it was a normal game. Celtic kicking off, of course. Let's arrange this to look at something important. Let's look at the league table and how the result will affect it. Draw actually gets Celtic up to second. That's a good opening 10 minutes, about 50-50 possession. We're the only team that's hit the target so far. Team's conditioning is fairly similar as well. But here's the first action. Free kick to Celtic, knocked long. Away by Wallace, Morelos picks her up. Let's get forward and Dong tracks back. Morelos to Haksabanovic, good play. McGinn now, overlap is there from Borthwick Jackson, angles it in quickly. Henderson onto Morelos, onto O'Halloran, huge chance. O'Halloran scores, 1-0. Excellent stuff. It's a goal against his former team. Well, kind of. I mean, he played for Celtic when he was like 4 years old or something, I think. But a great start to the game. Sinclair picking it up now into Armstrong. Good challenge. McGinn gets it away. Looked a bit desperate. Linus will pick this up for Celtic though as they try and keep the pressure on. It's in for Ndong. No, it's actually Tielemans that picks it up. There is Linus going on the overlap. A good ball down the line. He keeps it in on his chest. Lovely touch. Into Griffiths. Far too much space. Square. Armstrong coming onto it. And it is 1-1. Demand more, please. We weren't ahead for very long there. Armstrong gets Celtic level. They always tend to be high scoring affairs when we play Celtic. 50-50 possession, 5 shots each. It's been a good game. Sinclair in the book now as well. And there's a bit of action before half time. Ian Fulton will kick it long this time. Morelos is there. 2 big Celtic defenders get it away. Sinclair then wins it in the air above Barjonas. Sobiek plays it for Sinclair. A bit dodgy position in there from Byram. Sinclair takes a poor touch but gets away with it. Tielemans over the top for Armstrong. Come on, Cardoso. Oh! And Fabio Cardoso, brought back in today for this game, is giving away a penalty which Scott Sinclair will take. Come on, Ian Fulton. Sinclair shoots and he scores. It's top corner. Damn it! That is really going to hurt the team coming into half time, being 1 up and coming in 1 down. Assuming that we do. I think time is just going to pass by here and it will indeed be 2-1 to Celtic at half time. As John McGinn joins Wallace and Byram in the book. So Cardoso has been poor, as has Sam Byram. I'm going to aggressively say I expect to see much better because that was just crap. We gave them 2 chances and they bloody scored both. Houston is on for Byram. Murray Wallace off for Ivanildo Fernandez. And let's tell them to show some bloody passion here. Barjonas, Fernandez. Let's just get a point and get the hell out of here. O'Halloran to Barjonas. Forward for McGinn. Out wide for Haksabanovic, just beats the defender to it, puts it in for Morelos, but it's easy for Lindsay. Clears it off and Dong and out for a Rangers corner. Is this going to be of importance? Maybe. Corner, Barjonas in, deep, Morelos, heads it on, Cardoso, acres of space, Sinclair away, and Armstrong picks it up, possible counter on, he's left the ball behind Armstrong, puts a tackle in, Barjonas puts another tackle in, Henderson now, Morelos. Well, apparently it's not going to be important. I thought we had a chance on there, clearly not. 15 minutes into the half, nothing much happening. 20 minutes into the half, nothing much happening. Okay, here we go. Borthwick Jackson's throw to Henderson. Not a good throw, and Dong easily to Griffiths. Counters on, forward for Sobiek, picks her up. Come on, somebody put a tackle in. For Tielemans, acres of space now. It's in for Sinclair. Should have been won by Houston. Sobiek on a volley over the bar. Right, we have to change something here. McGinn's coming off because he's half dead. Odsonne Edwards coming on. Henderson will drop back. Deep line playmaker support. Pardon me, the same thing as Barjonas. Odsonne Edwards is going to be a supporting target man, and we're just going to go long now. Go route 1. See if we can just put pressure right on the defence. Push forward for the last 20 minutes. Celtic corner as they look to kill it. Griffiths in. Linus is there, heads it. And Ian Fulton makes a meal of it. And it's 3-1 to Celtic. And it still just looks like we can't quite crack this. It seems like every time we come up against them, they still seem to suggest that they're the superior team head to head. As Armstrong has another corner whipped into the box, Griffiths flicks her on, Lindsay takes it down, squares it, Linus, and it's a good block by Cardoso. That wait, what? Wow. I can't believe I did that. I brought Ivanildo Fernandez on for Murray Wallace instead of Cardoso. Great. And anybody who caught that at the time has probably been screaming at the computer telling me that I was making an arse of it. As Sinclair fires just wide. Push forward. My God, Celtic have dominated. They've took control and they haven't looked back. 17 shots to 9 now. When you consider we were tied at 5 apiece at one point. As the goalkeeper goes long, Fernandez heads her on. Morelos won't win it above Vitor. Breaks to Rogic now. Counters on again. Griffiths over the top, you'd think. Nope, just through the middle. Sobiek holds her up. Good tackle, Cardoso, but it's given away somehow. Sobiek's got Sinclair, he uses him. This is 4. Sinclair across, Rogic in, 4. Every time when we play them, we just seem to get battered. It's so frustrating at this point. I mean, well, we're still above them. Unfortunately, the goal difference lead has been chopped to 1 after this battering here. Away by Nkulu, headed on, Edward picks her up, who's done nothing to change it since he come on, and Nkulu again. using his strength against Morelos, and I think it is going to end a 4-1 game. Sobiek gets in ahead of Cardoso, who has had a nightmare today. Griffiths, Rogic, it could be 5. Rogic shoots, it is 5. Celtic are top. Celtic are top. Well, what a way for the form to come to an end. 5-1 loss at Parkhead. There'll be a subdued atmosphere around the dressing room for a couple of days, I'll say that much. Vitor to Ndong, and I'm really worried actually now what happens, because we're going to go to Germany and probably lose to Dortmund. Do those 2 losses in a row put us on bad form? I don't know. Come on, just blow the whistle, ref. We've had long enough here. It's nearly been an extra entire minute of added time that wasn't scheduled. It's long. Borthwick Jackson takes it down. Fernandez now lumps it long. Edward, come on, just blow the whistle, ref. As Edward tries to find Michael O'Halloran in behind, the referee chooses that moment to blow the whistle. There's nothing I can do but aggressively tell them I'm not happy with the result. A 5-1 Old Firm thrashing. And our record against Celtic is not good. I mean, that's 5-1 there that we lost at Parkhead. Last time we played them, we lost 4-3. Before that, we lost 6-3. So that's what, 15 goals we've conceded the last 3 times we've played Celtic. It's not good, man. However, that is today's episode. A frustrating one. I mean, zoom forward here. A comfortable 2-0 away to Kilmarnock, but then unfortunately 5-1 defeat away at Parkhead. Especially considering we took the lead, that's really disappointing. You know, you go out there, you're 1-0 up, you think, here we go, we're going to come here, we're going to assert our dominance, and then Celtic just turn the switch. You get battered 5-1. It seemed like when they equalised, they didn't look back. They go in 2-1 ahead at half time, and we just don't pick up our tools again after half time, and they punish us 5-1. So much for being on parity with them. Head to head, they clearly still have the power advantage. Although it is annoying me now, because I think if you look at the players, they don't necessarily actually have much of a superior squad to us at this moment in time. But they're obviously doing something right head to head. They're playing the exact same tactic as we are and everything, same shape of the team. They're just managed to outgun us on the day whenever we seem to play them. Anyway, that's my analysis of the game anyway. 5-1 loss. Not much more to say about that. You thought even, you know, when they beat us, they would, or if they beat us, which they obviously have done now, they would come level on points, but we'd still be top on goal difference. Well, no, after a 4-goal hammering, they are top on goal difference. We need to now win the game in hand against Aberdeen to go back top. But that's a little bit down the way. I assume that's going to be this game here against Aberdeen on the Wednesday the 28th, so that's probably going to be that game. But next episode won't actually feature any league action. Next episode is going to have Borussia Dortmund away in Germany, which I'm not sure what's going to happen there. It could get ugly. I'm probably going to go aggressive and see what happens, but it could get ugly. And then we're at Hander against Hibs. So we could be coming off 2 dodgy results there, and Hibs might find that we're there for the taking. But Hibs lost to Ayr. So let's be honest, we should be going to Hampden to beat Hibs, to keep on track for getting that treble. Let's take the positives from this. We've lost 2 games this season, away at Parkhead and away at Real Madrid. So still a good season, absolutely. And other that you take Real Madrid and Parkhead out of it, we still have 4 clean sheets in our recent run. So we're still in good form, still get a good team. We're still probably the favourites for the league, having that game in hand. So let's not go crazy right now. It's still going to be a good season for us, and you'll obviously want to come back next time to see Dortmund and Hibs. However, if you've liked the video, please do drop down below and leave a like. Of course, if you want to follow us, see how we get on here as we play Dortmund, Hibs and everything else during the course of the season, you can of course subscribe to the channel for that. We also have an Ajax Youth Academy challenge going on in the series just now, where we're playing as Ajax. We're not going to sign MD, we're going to try and develop our own youngsters. So if you want to follow that, of course, as well, check out those videos, and you can of course subscribe to the channel for that too. But mainly I just want to thank you guys for watching today, and say that I'll see you next time when we're over in Germany.